Hey, this is FlyLady Premium Mentor Emma here. Oh dear, can't speak today. With day 30 of our 31 baby steps. We've been going for almost a whole month. Tomorrow will be our final day, and you will have been flying for 31 days. It's also almost the end of January, which is really scary to me. I can't believe how quickly this month's gone. It's going to be sort of the end of the year, and we'll be doing this again next year before we know it. So let's really make this count. If the time's going to go this fast, let's make what we do in it really count. Okay, so today's baby step is really about planning. It's about thinking forwards. It's about not forgetting things, setting yourself up so you don't forget things, I guess, is the way to do it. So today, look at your calendar for the next month and see if anyone has a birthday. Now, if you don't have those birthdays written down into your calendar, now would be a good time to sit down, set your timer for 15 minutes and just go through and write down the birthdays for the year that are important, the ones that you really can't forget. And then get into the habit of writing important things in the calendar every day, because that's how we set ourselves up not to fail, not to forget things, is by being proactive and writing them down. So once you've written them all in, you can look at your calendar where, conveniently, it's the 30th of January if you're doing this in January. If you're not, I'm really sorry. It's kind of whatever date it is then. But for now, conveniently, today is the 30th of January for us at this point. So now is a really good time to look at any birthdays coming up in the next month. And I know that we have one. It's a very important one to me. It's my eldest son's birthday on Friday, and we have plans for that already. But if you don't, if I didn't know that, if it wasn't like my eldest son, if it was someone who maybe I would easily, to have that written down and look at it means that I don't have to rush around at the last minute and get a card, and then it will arrive late and I'll feel really bad about that and all of that kind of thing. I can actually organise that all at the beginning of the month and make sure they're all sent out on time. And what you do when you look at your calendar, you think, oh, I need, say, 4 cards. Say February's a really busy month for you, I need 4 cards. So you add those cards to your shopping lists so that you can buy cards, gifts, whatever you need on errand day. So we're going to talk a little bit about errand day, because today is kind of almost a roundup of some of the things you need to know. So errand day is the day that you do your errands. It's the day that you go shopping and pick up gifts and cards and kind of drop things off places. Anything that needs doing in that way, that's errand day. And you can find that in FlyLady's basic weekly plan. I'll put a link, as usual, down there so you know where FlyLady's weekly basic plan is. And hopefully, if I've been really clever, because I'm starting to get clever with YouTube, in a second, a little thingy, or about now, a little thingy should have popped up with a link to it somewhere above my head. So that's what I'm hoping has happened. Whether or not that actually happens is another matter. Next week, once we're done with these the baby steps, I will do some videos on things like zones and the weekly plan and things like that, so that you can start to really get a grip with understanding what some of these terms mean, and making them work for you in your day-to-day life, so that you can start to feel some of that peace that we all have from the safety of routines. I'm just going to quickly just run through what your routines sort of hopefully are kind of looking like right now. And I understand that you're just starting out, so you may not have got all of this stuff in, and you don't need to worry about that too much. If you haven't, you don't have to do it all at once. You kind of just need to get started and be making progress. Progress, not perfection. Okay, so our morning routine, we're getting up and making our bed. We're getting dressed to our lace-up shoes, doing our hair and our face, swishing and swiping in the bathroom, eating your breakfast, drinking water and taking any medication and vitamins that you need to take, thinking about those negative voices and changing them. And that's really a throughout the day one as they happen. Rebooting your laundry, thinking about dinner. That's a really important one. Doing your 2-minute hotspot pickups. You spending 15 minutes decluttering each day. And again, you can put that where you need to. I prefer to do that stuff kind of in the early morning because I just find I get more achieved in the morning for some reason. Checking your control journal, and your control journal should start to have quite a hefty lot in it now. You're writing all these things down. I will, in the coming sort of few days and weeks, do a making a control journal video so that you can follow along and make that work for you. Don't forget those post-it notes. How are they going? Have they just become a thing in the background? Because you might need to switch the color up or do something like that. And of course, read those FlyLady emails as a reward for doing your morning routine. So in the afternoon, you need to eat your lunch and drink your water, a few minutes to relax. Really important to take that time to rest. And start dinner. Remember those side dishes and anything else that you need to do for dinner today. And before bed, shiny sink, lay out your clothes for tomorrow, put in a load of laundry, check your calendar for tomorrow's dinner and anything else that's going on tomorrow as well, so that you can pull out the right clothes and get everything ready to go that needs to be to sort of go with you. You put out your hotspot, drink your water again, take your evening medications and any supplements you take in the evening. Take a look at your control journal checklist and get to bed at a reasonable hour. Okay, I am going to go off now and do some studying because that seems to be my life right now, is study, study, study. And I will be back with you tomorrow for our final day of the baby steps, 31 baby steps. Good job for getting this far. See you tomorrow.